Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Live with Purpose live stream. I'm your host, Mr. Ron Kwok. How is everybody doing in the chat tonight? Welcome. It's a Wednesday evening. We're having a good time. I apologize in advance if I have any coughing issues, but I've been recovering from sort of a heavy cold that I've experienced over the weekend traveling. So I'm doing well. I'm doing better. But, I got my hydration here, some hot water with some honey, some lemon, trying to recover. So I hope you guys are staying safe, staying healthy, and let's get this thing underway. Let's see who's in the chat right now. Mr. Jack in the chat says he won't be able to make it, but he's here lurking. I appreciate you, Jack. Thank you for coming through. Mia Harano, throwing the ultimate emotes. I hope you are doing awesome. EDC, knife and tool. Mr. Trevor, throwing the OMG. I think that's what it is, right? Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. We got a lot of stuff planned for tonight. And obviously, you've seen in the thumbnail, it's bag day. It's bag day. And we wanted to talk about one specific brand that's kind of stood the test of time over the years for me personally. We'll walk through my own journey. But it's our stream sponsor for tonight, Alpaca. And they've been doing a lot of good stuff, and I wanted to really get into the nitty-gritty of what they're doing these days, especially in the bag space. We're doing slings, we're doing tech cases, travel stuff, and this is the first of a three-part series. So if you've got your dying questions, throw them in the chat, and we'll address them over the course of this live stream. And we're gonna get right into it in a second. Carl Conti says, "Hi Ron, what's up, Carl? Good to see you. Thank you for coming through. Knives Are Life. Hope all is well. Hope all is well with you too, man." Doing all right. Nameless EDC says, "Howdy, y'all." What's up, Nameless? Good to see you, man. Today is bag day. You know what I mean? I just got back from a trip to Portland, Oregon, and it was sort of like it was a short 3-day thing, but it was my first with my kids together on a plane. The four of us rolling together, and it was a learning experience. And one of the biggest things I learned is that you really need your hands free. You need all the help you can get. So organizing your bags, your luggage, being hands-free, and choosing a proper sling, choosing a proper backpack, travel gear, that all rolls into it nicely. So I took my Go Sling Nano from Alpaca. I gave it here, I'll show you it right now. This boy right here. Now, you know me, I love smaller, compact slings, so I keep all my essentials in here. And one thing that I learned with travel is that you really need to make sure all your stuff is where you can find it at all times. And when you're traveling with your partner, your 2 kids, and all the things that they need, it's really important for you to really understand your organization. There's 1,000 things you got to be taking with you to make sure everybody is taken care of, and to have your EDC essentials in one place, that's really important. So I'm gonna open this up in here. I still have some residual stuff. I got my sunglasses here in the felt lined valuables pocket. I also have some hand cream. It's cold and dry in here in the main compartment. As you can see, everything is really high vis. Honeycomb X pack. Oh, this is honeycomb ripstop nylon on the interior, high vis orange, so that you can really see everything at a glance when you throw it in there. But there's so many places for organization here. Look, come on, focus. There's 2 pockets here. Usually I throw my wallet in one and my keys in the other, just so those are the sort of like the most reached for pockets in the main compartment. And of course, you've got that front zip for even more quick access in here. There's a little keychain for your keys. Needless to say, this served as my on-the-go valet tray. Like while I was in my hotel room, I put my keys, my phone, my wallet, everything went in here on the nightstand, so nothing kind of falls to the carpet or anything like that. I really had to make sure I knew what was going on with my gear at all times, and the Go Sling Nano really helped me do that. Let's see who else is in the chat. By the way, the giveaway, we're going to be giving away 5 different Alpaca bags this evening, and shouts out to our stream sponsor Alpaca for supplying the bags and really giving you sort of a way into these bags and exploring what it can do for you and your EDCs. So in order to enter, go ahead and type in !giveaway in the chat, and it'll give you a brief explanation on how you can enter, but it's simply this: be subscribed to me and Alpaca Gear on YouTube, then go to my latest video. The link, I'll pin it right now so that you're able to see it. Go to my latest video here. I'll pin the instructions right here. Here we go. And then let's pin this right here. Go to that video, comment alpaca, exactly how it's spelled, and tell me which alpaca bag you would bring with you as your EDC bag and why. Leave that in the comments, and you only need to enter once. Comment that in the video and you'll be entered to win potentially all 5. So go ahead and do that and sit back and relax while we walk through the bags, walk through the brand, and really learn and do a little bit of a deep dive on what alpaca gear is all about. So that's as simple as it can get. We'll be drawing the winners throughout the stream as we're talking about the bags, so you can learn a little something about the sling that you're about to win. And it's not just slings. We're talking slings, tech cases, and over the course of this 3-part series, we'll be talking about travel backpacks. We'll be talking about what fabrics these backpacks are made out of, how sustainable they are, but also how functional and high quality they can be. So I'm excited. Ian Coates says, everyone's sick right now. Yes, everyone is sick. I'm trying to stay above ground right now, but you know, it is what it is, especially when you have little ones running around and spreading germs and getting germs from other kids at school. It's a tough game. Let's see. Ian says, so this is less of a Ron stream and more of an alpaca product clinic. Not necessarily. I've been doing alpaca stuff for years. I first learned about them in 2021 with their hub ecosystem. It's a magnetic sort of system where you can hook your keys onto a magnetic bar that you can then mount on your desk or your wall. I found them on a Kickstarter, and then from there I've been watching front row seats on all the different cases and slings they've been able to release, and I have several on rotation. I've got the tech case, I've got that Go Sling Nano, and I mean, I've been able to enjoy all of its modern X-Pack goodness. And so, you know, I feel like not enough people understand or know of the Alpaca brand. So I wanted to give a deep dive on what all that is about here and my personal take on it and how I would use each of these bags. You know what I mean? So it's sort of like a, I guess you could say it's a clinic, but it's more about how I would use the bags and my use cases for the different silhouettes that they have. It's going to be a good time. And of course, you know, we'll be doing the filters. We'll be doing the catch up in the chat. Ron is still here. I am all here. Let's see. Barbarian Bronny says, my kids have been home all day because they are sick. Oh, man. See, it's interesting because, like, having them home is nice because you can see them and hang out with them and spend quality time with them. But then they're sick, so they feel bad and they could potentially pass on to you the sickness that they have. So it's just unfortunate. It really is. But I hope they feel better soon, Mikey. Let's see. While we're doing this, throw some questions that you have in the chat on, you know, alpaca bags in general, how you incorporate bags into your EDC. My first question for you is, which type of EDC bag would you use on the daily and why? Let me know. Let's see. Fight or Flight Leatherwork says, I've been wanting to get an alpaca bag for a while, just haven't picked one up yet. It's tough because they have a lot of different silhouettes and ways to kind of adapt to your EDC kit. And I mean, everyone's EDC is already different to begin with. So to have a lot of options there, it's hard to kind of narrow it down. But they do a great job of providing options. Now the onus is on us to kind of narrow that down and figure out what it is that we actually want and need. So that's tough, but you'll get there, I promise. And hopefully this stream helps. But let's see. Let's get into that first bag that I'm talking about, okay? We went over the Go Sling Nano, but I wanted to talk about one of their most popular bags. This one is the Vertex pouch. I'll go ahead and show you this right here. So this is the Vertex pouch. It's a 3-in-1. And I haven't used this personally, but having it in the studio and loading it up with a sample loadout, you can really see very quickly how spacious this thing can be. This thing is one of their pouches that's made out of Axoflux, which is their recycled sort of like version of like ballistic nylon. It's waterproof, it's durable, but it's also made out of heavily recycled plastics. So it's sort of their foray into sustainability. And I feel like Alpaca is one of the few brands that are actually focusing on sustainability while still maintaining like really performance driven fabrics. You know what I mean? I feel like you always have to kind of sacrifice quality and durability for sustainability. And now that there's sort of like a medium here, this one, it's woven in with both in the fabric and in the seams. I think it's pretty cool. But getting into this thing is a sling, it's a tech pouch, and it's a stand-alone desk caddy. Like, you can set it down, you can detach the straps, and really have this be sort of like your work companion with your tech accessories in there. Like, for example, if you were to roll up to a coffee shop, want to pound out a few hours of work, have your laptop in front of you, and have this caddy on the side here with your mouse, your peripherals, your SD cards, all the things you need to get the job done here in the variety of pockets that it offers. You've got that honeycomb ripstop fabric inside, the Axle Flux on the outside, and immediately you can see all the different pouches, all the different compartments that you can use to organize. One of their tenets of design is adaptability, right? So you're able to use this thing as a tech pouch, but also as a sling, something you can wear on the go for travel, but also, you know, have it be on your side as you're putting in work in one place, stationary. Fight or Flight says the Vertex pouch looks really nice. And it's affordable too. It's at 105 US. And I mean, as far as slings go, it's not the cheapest, but given the volume and the sort of adaptability potential, it's 3 bags in one. So you can use this for 3 different use cases, as opposed to, for example, this Nano sling, right? The Go Sling Nano. This one I would only use for essential carry or travel. I wouldn't use this thing to store any of my tech because it's simply not big enough. And the way it's built, this one is built with a solid frame, so you can set it down on your desk, it won't fall over. But if I were to do that with the Nano, it's gonna flop over. So you basically need to tailor the bag to your use case, right? Let's see. Barbarian Bronny says, I have a Vertex backpack I carried at the airport and I really liked it. What did you really like about it? I'd want to hear your perspective and kind of see what your priorities are too. David Hurst asks, if you weren't reviewing bags, would you go with one for all situations or multiple? I think definitely multiple, because there's not one bag that does it all, unfortunately, just because there's so many use cases for what we're doing here. You know what I mean? There's bags for everyday on the go commuting, right? There's bags for organization, and that's your tech pouches, that's your packing cubes, things for different purposes. And then there's also travel. And when you travel, you can either travel for a couple days or an extended stay. So that would change what your bag would look like. It could be a backpack, it could be a duffel, or anything in between, you know what I mean? So I think I would definitely tailor it to multiple. However, I wouldn't choose like one bag for each. I would try and find max 2 or 3 bags that allows me to cover as many use cases as I require, right? And so I think I would do a daily backpack, a tech pouch within that ideally could convert into a sling, and then a travel. So that would be my 3. Here, let's go to the Vertex pouch site product page so that you can at least see what's going on. Here, sample loadout here. There's an iPad mini in there. There's a Switch for all you gamers out there, the Nintendo Switch going in there. And you can see immediately there's a lot of room for accessories, compartment. Look at this handsome looking guy. I don't know who that is. That's not me. But he's wearing it nice. He's wearing it nice. And there's there's pockets on the backside here. And this 3-part pocket is also in a zipper pocket. So if you have valuables or things that you don't want to lose in the context of your gear, you can throw them in these pockets so that they stay locked down, out of sight, and of course dry. One thing I really like about Alpaca bags is that they always use YKK AquaGuard zippers. Like if you see in the zippers here, you see that little rubber gasket. I'll show you here on this bag. But they always use YKK. Come on, guy. Right here. So YKK AquaGuard zippers, if you didn't know, they're reverse coil, but they also have a rubber gasket here that seals up completely when you zip it shut. That way it kind of discourages water from going in at those seams. It's really important to have that, because if you have waterproof fabrics, that's fine, right? You can splash water on here, but if you're going out in the rain, water can seep in, especially since zippers are predominantly at the top of bags so that you can get in, right? As soon as water gets there, and you don't have sort of a reverse coil aqua guard type zipper on here, the water can get in, and the whole purpose of waterproof fabric goes out the window. So to have that in here, to have the seams work together with the fabric with those YKK aqua guard zippers is really important. Let's see. Isaiah says, I'm homeschooled and I still get sick. I work around little kids, germs everywhere. Yeah, that's really important. Like you need to make sure you wash your hands often, stay safe, stay healthy, especially in spring. Like things are getting warmer, pollen is in the air, allergies are going crazy. And it's really important to get that kind of locked down. Let's go back here. This is that Sling Nano I was telling you about. See these straps here? There's ways for you to remove that strap. One of Alpaca's tenets in design philosophy is adaptability. So what they do with each and every bag is try and design it in such a way that it allows you to do whatever it is you need to do and have that bag follow through with you as your adventure companion. You know what I mean? That question that you asked, David Hurst, about whether you would have one bag for all or multiple bags for different use cases, I think that's a really important question, because if you were to go one way or the other, that would mean buying one bag or buying 5 bags. And so you really have to strike a balance. You know, I think everyone's sort of accepted, well, I mean, that's the goal, right? To have one bag that does it all. But for me, I feel like realistically, that's not feasible. Just because, again, there's so many use cases and you don't want to be carrying a huge bag for small purpose. And likewise, if you have a big use case, you don't want to be carrying around a bag that can't accommodate what you needed to do. But Alpaca's design philosophy of trying to make it as adaptable as possible, it's really important. And I think that it's a good goal to strive for. And for example, in a lot of these bags here, I want to show you this one here. So in this one, this one right here, this is the Sling Mini V2. It's a little bigger. It's the big brother of the Sling Nano. And what is really cool about this is that you're able to, let's see, you can open this up and there's different compartments in here for you to organize. But the beauty of it is there's ways for you to discreetly move the straps around and use this magnetic clasp that goes in and out here. I'm going to show you here. This quick release here that allows you to quickly keep on the sling, put it on, or take it off. And so I've always been a fan of magnetics, but the way they've implemented it in these straps here allows you to just pull and go. That way you don't struggle here with aligning things up and taking things off. They really try to make it as easy as possible for you to get in and out of the sling. So that way when you're jumping off the bus and jumping into that coffee shop and getting out, there's really low resistance to switching from one loadout to the next. And you know, I think they've implemented a really good solution here. Isaiah asks, how is the strap attached? So depending on the strap, let's see, for this Vertex pouch here, they're actually removable. I'm going to show you here. I think you can see it too in the pictures here. So if you check out right there, there's a little removable gate here that you can use to slot through, and I'll show you here in a second. What you can do is use that removable gate to take this strap off. And so this is really secure on its own. It's not magnets or anything. It's just a hook there that seals it up into that clasp. And so that way, when you're using the strap here on the go, it's fine. But let's say you want to convert this into just a pouch that you want to keep in your backpack. You just take that off. I got to do this in a way where you can see it, but I can also see what I'm doing. There you go. So once you unhook that gate, you pull it out. And that's removable on the other side too. So this is the other side. And as soon as you remove it, you can tuck it inside the bag, and then the bag itself becomes a tech pouch, or, you know, that extended desk caddy. You don't have a huge strap hanging off the side of the table. I think that's a design element that's really important here, so that you're able to seamlessly go from one use case to the next, and it doesn't look clunky. It doesn't feel clunky as you're using it. Fook Dusel in the house. What's up, man? Good to see you. And CDC is in the house too. What's up, crew? He says. What's up, CDC? Thank you for coming through, man. Spending this Wednesday evening. If you guys haven't entered the giveaway, please do. Nightbot is doing work in the chat. Just go ahead and be subscribed to me and Alpaca Gear on YouTube. Go to my latest video, which is pinned in the comments. Comment Alpaca and tell me which alpaca bag you'd use as an EDC and why. Oh, here we go. What are we seeing here? Mike and Ike's EDC member for 12 months. Says 1 year, baby. Can't believe it's been this long already. Love your content, Ron. Keep up the great work. Watch today? Oh, let me show you my watch today. Watch today is the Omega Speedmaster Racing with the white dial. And I have the silicone strap on here. It comes with a metal bracelet, but I swapped it out for the silicone strap. Just because I just like how versatile it is, and the color contrast is really nice. But thank you so much, man. Thank you for being here for an entire year. It's our anniversary, man. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you're enjoying it. Cheers to another year. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. But here, let's go ahead and draw our first giveaway. We've been talking about the Vertex pouch. Let's go ahead and give that thing away, all right? Here, let me go here so you can see what we're doing. Have people sounded off in the chat about which bag they're going to use? Which type of bag do you use as an EDC and why? Let me know. Let me know. I think one thing I really enjoy about Alpaca is their slings. Like, they've found so many ways to innovate on a sling. It's kind of wild. Like, a sling that's a sling that's that can be converted into a tech pouch, a sling that can be converted into a tech pouch, that can be converted into a desk caddy, that can also be converted into another EDC pouch that's thrown into a bigger backpack. And the straps, like, not only are they completely detachable, some of them you can stow them in the bag itself. It's wild, man. It's wild. They're really good at what they do. Here, let me... Okay, y'all. We're gonna show it. We're drawing the winner for the Vertex pouch right now. Hold on, Ian. I'm not ignoring you. We got to do this giveaway, all right? If you win this, I'll bet you won't be so salty. I'll bet you won't be so salty. All right, here it is. Keyword. Alpaca. All right, here we go. How many comments we got already? We got 30 comments. All right, we're picking a winner in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Nameless. Nameless EDC. Are you in the chat, sir? Are you in the chat, sir? He says, Alpaca. I would carry the Bravo sling because I enjoy the sleek look and the maximized storage options. Well, you didn't win the Bravo sling, but you won the Vertex pouch. So hopefully you're able to use that and enjoy that sleek look that it provides, and also the storage, the versatility of the storage, because it is a 3-in-1. So Nameless, are you here? I know you're in here. I saw you earlier. I saw you earlier, bro. Okay, so Nameless, congrats on a very sleek and very useful Vertex pouch. Okay, Ian, I see you. Member for 13 months. Thank you so much. Big 13 up on the board. Keep up the amazing work, Ron. Hey, cheers to you, Ian. Thank you for supporting the channel and this stream. I really appreciate you, man. And let's go for 24, baby. Let's go for 2 years. What do we got to do? What do we got to do for our 2nd year anniversary? But thank you for supporting the channel, man. You've always been a ride or die. You've always been here. The people's motto. Trevor, EDC Knife and Tool member for 13 months as well. 13 months, calls for a sling, lol. Hopefully luck is on my side tonight. Well, we got 4 more drawings. So I think luck may be on your side. We got 42 concurrent viewers right now. So, I mean, that's a 12.5% chance. I don't know. That might be close. I don't think that's actually. It might be a little less. 12%. Let's go 12%. Let's see. Branch McCracken says, what's up, people? What's up, Branch? Good to see you in the chat. Another regular here on the Live with Purpose live streams. Thank you. Oh, Nameless, congrats. What you need to do is DM me on Instagram at Live with Purpose EDC so I can verify you, get your details, and get this Vertex pouch sent out to you. All right, I appreciate you. Thank you for supporting this stream, this channel, and enjoy your new Vertex pouch. Moving right along. Let's see, we covered the Vertex pouch. I wanted to get into the nitty gritty of the Sling Nano really quickly. I think we're in the middle of doing that, but I actually, out of the 5 bags, this is the one I took with me on my trip. And I really, like I said, I really enjoy compact slings that cover my essentials and nothing more, just because I like carrying it with me, on me, and it's sort of a streamlined solution for me. And I don't want such a big sling that it, you know, gets in my way when it's front slung and, you know, it's obstructing my view and stuff. And I don't want it to be a big target. If it's on my back and I'm traveling, I'm on the go, I want just a small sling to keep my essentials in and not like a 5 liter or a 10 liter that screams, hey, you're a tourist. And I feel like the Sling Nano really, it really accomplishes that at the $69 price point. I think that's a pretty good price for everything that you're getting in there. X-Pack VX21 coupled with, again, that YKK Aqua Guard zipper, right? It seals all your stuff inside, so everything is nice and dry. And the straps are removable, so you can use this thing as a module in and of itself for a larger EDC loadout. I personally use this for making sure I don't lose anything, you know, on the go, traveling. I didn't go so much as putting my passport in there. I kept that, you know, closer to me, you know, like in my pockets, in my backpack. But and also I traveled domestically, so it wasn't like I was international. If I were to go international, I think I would have a different loadout, just because it's so different, you know, culturally, that I need to make sure that wherever I'm going, to make sure that I prepare for that. You know what I mean? And so let's see. There's magnetic clasp, so that way you can have a quick in and out. There's high-vis interiors here with that orange honeycomb ripstop. This man has a camera in here. I wouldn't put a camera in here just because the cameras I use are a little bigger, but definitely can accommodate a smartphone. There's a pocket in there that's lined with felt, and it's for things you don't want to scratch. So if you're running, you know, a caseless phone, throw it in there. If you're running sunglasses, I think in my bag right now I still have a pair of sunglasses. Boom. I had these in here, you know, when I was indoors or it wasn't bright or anything like that. I had that in there. So this thing is really versatile. It's small. It's definitely small, and I think that's the point. You know what I mean? I prefer the small, but if this kind of fits into your use case, it's definitely a solid contender. See, you've got this little pocket back here for you to throw a quick wallet or something more valuable that you want to hold closer to the chest. That's all there as well. You got a little Game Boy here. I know that's not a Game Boy, but it's like an emulator, so you can dump a bunch of games in there and all that. But I mean, there's a lot you can do with it, with a small boy like that. Earl Lullaby in the house. What's up, family? What's up, Earl? How you doing, man? Thank you for coming through the stream. I hope you're enjoying this stream. I hope all of you guys are enjoying this sort of alpaca deep dive. I've been able to test some of these bags, but not all of them. But this Sling Nano, this thing is solid for sure. And I don't know, it screams sort of like modern minimal to me, like that it's built out in X-Pack, that it has like different modular ways you can wear things, hook straps on, take them off, and it really accommodates a lot of the small bag use cases that I typically have in my rotation. So Nick Ross EDC says, I like that Sling a lot. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Crispy Donut Community says, OG Game Boy Color lookalike. Dude, what is that? I think that's the... I don't remember the name, but it's like a $80, it's like a $80 emulator that has like a micro SD card that you can throw in, and then you can put a bunch of ROMs in there or whatever it is to relive your nostalgic childhood, right? Not at all sanctioned by Nintendo. But anyway, where are we at? 5:30. Let's give away this bag, the Sling Nano. Now this one, since I've personally tested it myself, don't worry, I kept it clean. This is a one-of-one liver purpose exclusive, okay? You're gonna have, I'm gonna put something special in there for you. But this is a one-of-one Sling Nano, personally used by me. so it's banged up. You're getting a subpar bag. But let's go ahead and run this giveaway. Again, I'm gonna give you guys 2 minutes to enter. If you haven't entered yet, go ahead and type in ! giveaway in the chat to learn more about it. But simply subscribe to me and Alpaca here on YouTube. Go to the video that's pinned in the comments, comment Alpaca, and tell me which Alpaca bag you'd run in your EDC bag and why. All right, 2 minutes on the clock, and we'll go and give that away. All right. Dude, it's crazy. Alpaca started in 2016, and they started with a Kickstarter campaign, and it was for it's called the 7 messenger bag. Back when messenger bags were cool. I can't laugh. If I laugh, it messes with my throat. I don't know, man. I can't get my head around a messenger bag just because, like, there's so many cool options now. Like, if I were to go one strap, it would be a sling, like a small compact sling. But as soon as we get into like the 15-inch laptop size, I would rock a backpack, right? And I know in certain use cases, like if you're doing like business executive style, you'd want a brief or a briefcase type thing, especially if you're doing executive flights or travel. And I guess that's where messenger bags kind of really shine. But for me, I never fell in love with the silhouette. So sound off in the comments. If you run a messenger bag, no hate, all love here, but it's just not for me. But since that first 2016 Kickstarter campaign, they've been running it. Okay, they've been using the support of their fan base, they've been using community feedback, and they've been making sling after bag after bag. Like, look, they got the hub that I talked about with the keychain, the magnetic clasp, but they go from tech case to zip pouch. They even have an EDC pouch here, the hub pouch, with the loop backing, so you can throw your favorite REs in there. Their favorite, did I just say favorite? Your favorite REs into the mix. They got caps. Hey, I could use a cap. Look, they even got like a 3-way stabilizer strap, so it's not just flapping in the wind, the one sling. You can add that on and add some stability to your sling loadout. Excuse me. But look, they got pages and pages, man. And one thing that I really admire about Alpaca is that they're consistent. Like, they're constantly releasing new models, new colorways, new variants every month. Earth Day is coming up, and so, you know, they're tying into their sustainability practice here with exclusive releases and stuff, which we'll get into. But it's nuts, man. It's nuts. All right, here we go. We're gonna be running this thing. Let's draw it again. Nameless, congrats, you're winner number 1. Let's go ahead and redo this. Let's see. I just want to paste this in here real quick without doxing myself. All right, here's a link. We're gonna fetch. I want to reset and do this every time just because I don't want to like exclude the new comments that go in as the stream progresses. Here we go. See, we have 34 comments. Let's go. This is for the Ghost Sling Nano. Manic, cuz Alpaca looking for the Ghost Sling Mini version 2. Looks like it will hold exactly what I need for EDC. The Ghost Sling Mini V2, unfortunately, that's not the one you got, but you did get the Ghost Sling Nano. So enjoy that compact sling loadout. Hopefully, it gives you an opportunity to pare down your EDC so that you're a little more mobile, a little more lightweight. I try to pare my EDC down every so often, every season. You know what I mean? I'll do a little update here and I'll really think, okay, this past 3 months, am I really using this? Or am I just carrying it because bandwagon? It's cool. I think it's a good EDC, so I'm going to rock it. Or am I actually using it? You know what I mean? So I try and ask that question to myself maybe every 3 months or so. But you, Manic, cuz, congratulations, you're a proud owner of a Ghost Sling Nano. Go ahead and DM me at Live With Purpose EDC on Instagram so I can verify you and get this shipped out to you, all right? Congrats, and I appreciate you, stream sponsor Alpaca, for hooking us up with the goods to give to the good people here in the chat. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Let me go ahead and screenshot this so we have evidence that you won. Here we go. Everybody throwing the congrats in the chat. You guys are so nice. You guys are so nice. Nameless, is it fine if I just send my info on DM me on Discord? We'll figure it out, man. I think Instagram was the easiest way, but I don't want you to install a whole new app for it. So go ahead and just DM me on Discord and we'll figure it out. Look at that. Look at that. I kind of want to read some of these comments because I want to know what alpaca sling you would rock. Let's see. What are people saying? What are people saying? You'd EDCing the Ghost Sling Nano because of the size and ease of carry, says Marco. See, that's what I mean. Like, I feel like the size of your needs, like the size that you would need to fulfill your purpose or whatever that may be, that varies, right? And so it's important to have different size silhouettes as a brand, because if I were to make a sling, you know, I would start with something sub 1 liter, and that's Ghost Sling Nano, you know what I mean? And so with that in mind, though, I understand that not everybody is fine with that size. Some people need to carry something larger. Some people need to have an iPad for productivity, or they do their daily reading on their iPad, or they want to carry a book. Like, most books probably won't fit in that Ghost Sling Nano, with good reason, right? Books are a decent size, and that thing is a compact sling designed for travel. So a lot of purposes out there, a lot of use cases. So if I were a brand, I would start with what's most kind of useful to me from a user perspective, so that I can validate the use case. But then I would definitely poll the community, poll the fan base, see what's really important to the people out there, and kind of go forth and start creating a variety of silhouettes, which, as you can see on their product page, they've really hooked it up with a lot of different sizes. They've even got totes. I don't personally use totes. Well, that's a lie. I've started to use totes with kids. Like, I found that totes are a very easy way to just throw your groceries in, or throw diapers, you know, wipes, bags, wet wipes, all that stuff. Just throw it in there and just, you know, hook it up with a carabiner on a stroller and go. And I feel like that Elements tote would probably fit the bill really nicely. And of course, is it made out of X-Pac? No, I think it's ballistic nylon. Oh no, it's ripstop. See, either way you slice it, there's got to be some sort of durable fabric behind it. Now, because it's a tote, because it's big like that, it doesn't have aqua guard zippers. But oh, look at the inside. That's pretty cool. That's the first time I've seen a tote that has like organization in there. But we're digressing. Anyway, lots of use cases, and that's why it's important to have a lot of these different sizes, silhouettes, right? And so, you know, we on the channel like to live with purpose, so we custom tailor our loadout to suit our needs, no more and no less. And Alpaca, their motto is keep moving forward. So depending on whatever use case is, whatever your adventures may be, you're gonna be moving forward on your day, on your week, on your month, with your life. And so you need these sort of everyday companions to support you in your adventures and whatever it throws at you, right? And so I think it checks out. The design philosophy as well as the gear that's come out definitely checks out. Steve's knows where to send out patches. Steve Stacks? Is he here? Is he here? Mike and Ike says, Ron asking questions, then doesn't read the chat. There's a lot of chat coming through. I'm trying, bro. What did you say? I'm sorry. Use a messenger bag for work every day. Work gave me a cheap one, says Mike and Ike EDC. Nice. So you got hooked up. Kavi says, I'm eyeing on the Ghost Sling, but too bad their black X-Pac versions are sold out. See, black X-Pac is sold out for a reason. Just because it's super popular. It's a really durable sailcloth material that's abrasion resistant, waterproof. It's literally meant for nautical use case, right? So it's super durable, and then when combined with that YKK Aqua Guard, it's a wrap. It's a wrap, dude. Emmanuel says he loves Alpaca. Well, excellent. You've come to the right stream. Let's see. Unknown EDC. What's up in the chat? Kavi says she really loves Alpaca's aesthetic and how they're branching out to different colors. X-Pac has such a wide variety of colors. Dude, look at this. I just discovered this today. So their Elements tech case. We're gonna talk about the tech case Max in a second. But look, they've got the typical OD green X-Pac. You know, they got the black, but then they got red. And then I just noticed these limited edition colors. Bright purple. Ian Coates, where you at? This is you. Bahama blue X-Pac. That's insane. I think this is the first time I've ever seen a blue X-Pack bag at all. Mulberry X-Pack. Look at this. This is like lavender, light purple. That's dope. That's actually really dope that they have all these different. And then, of course, they've got the Axoflux, which is their recycled fabric. But I mean, X-Pack. X-Pack. Ian Coates says, purple is me, but no loop. You know what's interesting about that? The hub pouch that they released. I remember this when it happened. The hub pouch. Where is it? Here we go. So this thing first released without loop on the back. It was just the pouch, right? And then, of course, us EDC heads, we love our REs. We love it. And so I think a lot of the community sounded off and was like, wait a minute. We need loop. We need loop on the back. And I feel like it was within 2 weeks. They just immediately flipped it and, excuse me, provided a version that had loop on the back. Hey, let me see if I can find it. But that's just one scenario where Alpaca is really listening to their community when we're saying things like, we want loop. Now, I don't think they're going to add loop to every single bag, Ian, in the tech case here. I don't think they're going to do that. But I think depending on the case, if it makes sense, if it's sensible and is relevant to the style, I think they would really consider it, which is really cool. Mike and Ike says, Alpaca or Go Ruck? Now, here's the thing. You got to consider use case, right? Go Ruck, I believe, makes a $400 flagship bag that's bomb proof, right? You can run it over, and it's meant for workouts too. You can load it up with like 50 pounds of iron and use it as a sandbag, right? And so because that's what it's for, and also you have to factor in other things too, like USA made and the different materials that it uses. I really think that if you were to spend money on something like that, you would have to use it to the maximum of its value. Otherwise, you're spending $400 on a bag that could get the job done for $200, right? And so I think depending on what you use it for, you would have to choose one or the other. If I was just going for a daily bag for travel, for work, I'd probably choose an Alpaca bag because I'm not gonna blow $400 on something like that. You know what I mean? And here, let's look at their backpacks real quick. We don't have any backpacks to show you on this episode, but they have, for example, the Elements Travel backpack tops out at $250. They have the Backpack Pro at $169, and the Metro, the wee little one, at $95. So depending on what your use case is, whether it's light commute or a little more robust, rugged, topping out at that, using it for everything, and you need it to be bomb proof, then I would educate your choices accordingly. You know what I mean? But for a travel backpack, I think you could comfortably sit around the $200, $250 price point and be okay with all the premium features that you would expect. But if you were to spend more than that, I think it would have to be for a very good reason, and you would have to, you know, practically use that on a daily basis in order to get use out of it. Yeah, Cristiano says Go Ruck is really expensive for the right reasons. You know what I mean? Like, I think they're priced in such a way that warrants it. But that's another topic to dive deeper into on another session. Zales Ujiha in the house. What's up, Zales? Says, I got the hub pouch with no loop, and as soon as I added loop to it, they released one with loop. Yeah, see, I mean, it had to have been quick. It had to have been quick. Mikey Daily Carey, I think I saw you earlier in the chat. I apologize. I glossed right over you, bro. I hope you're doing well. Quackapow, what's up, man? He says, X-Pack is better than Axoflux IMO. I think so. I mean, I enjoy X-Pack. Now, I haven't tested it, you know. I think I'm only judging it from like an aesthetic point of view. I enjoy the look of X-Pack more than I do Axoflux. Axoflux looks more like ballistic nylon mixed with, you know, wax canvas with sort of like the double layer of waterproofing on top of it. And I like the concept, you know, sustainable practices. I really like that. But I think the X-Pack just looks better, and I don't know, man. It's just really unique like that, and I really enjoy it. Let's see. I think we were about to talk about the Tech Case Max. Let's go ahead and run that through. Where are we here? Boom. So I realized that I just changed the product page and then went back to me, but I wanted to show you the bag live in living color first. Here we go. The Alpaca Tech Case Max. Boom. So first thing comes to mind is there's a Tech Case and then there's a Tech Case Max. So we gotta go ahead and dive into the features here. Here, I'm gonna go back to this. So what makes it a Max is I believe it's a little bigger and it transforms into a sling bag, right? Accordion style organization, and it fits an iPad mini 6. So I think if you need a larger volume bag to accommodate all your gear, all your tech, then you would probably either consider the Tech Case Max or the Tech Case Original, right? So you got to figure that out for yourself, whether that's useful to you or not to pay that premium. But dude, look at these colors. Look at this hot pink. Check this out. This is, I would argue that this is more high vis than the high vis orange. You know, if you really wanted to see your bag in your bag, see your bag in your bag, see your tech pouch in your larger backpack. This would be it. This would be it right here. Okay. But getting back to the Tech Case Max, this thing is, it's pretty big. It's pretty robust. On the back, you can immediately see the 4 anchor points that you can attach straps to. And it's interesting that you can have 4 anchor points instead of 2, because if you were to just use it as a regular sling, Miguel Mejia, thank you for being a subscriber. I appreciate you. I think you're in the chat too. I see you. I see you. Welcome. Anyway, see, look, if you were to anchor this in just the top 2, right, then it could be a sling. That's fine. But they also sell stabilizer straps on the site, as we've noted. And these extra anchor points provide you that versatility to switch it up. Let's say you want to, I think Keyfro, he had a funny like comedy post on Instagram where he put 2 backpack straps on this thing and wore it as like a, it almost looked like, it looked like a bomb defusal unit, like strapped to his chest. But you know, the fact that they give you the option to kind of do that, run it through in different ways. Marcellus Kwong, welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. But it's really cool that it's versatile like that. Tech Case Max, you've got a front quick access pocket for your frequently used materials. You've got X-Pack, right, combined with the AquaGuard zippers. There's a little top handle here too, so if you're, it's big enough to be used beyond a tech pouch. You know what I mean? Like if it was just a tech pouch, I wouldn't be carrying that around by itself. I'd put it in a backpack. But because it is the Tech Case Max, having a handle up here allows you more ways to carry and take it with you during transit. Opening that up, accordion style, that orange high vis, I welcome it, because when I have something that's all black, it's really hard to show you in the camera because everything's black, the contrast is really low. But high vis solves that problem, and practically speaking for you, it solves the problem of you looking in your bag in a low lit environment and not being able to see your blacked out EDC inside, right? With the high vis orange honeycomb ripstop, you're able to see that a little better, right? You've got 2 mesh pockets here. You've got zip pockets here to go deeper in and organize your tech. And of course, you've got that felt line pocket. Hi, babe. My daughter decided to guest star. One second. Go play, baby. Go play. I love you. Bye. Look at her. She just wants to join in on the fun. But as you can see, there's a lot of ways to really get into it, right? And I mean, as far as tech accessories go, I mean, I film and edit all the time. So, okay, one second. Go on, baby. Here, go ahead. I love you. Bye. She loves hanging out with dad. Oh. It's okay, babe. It's okay, babe. She sounds like a tea kettle going crazy. Platinum says, with 2 straps, the sling would turn into a nice chest rig. There you go. Exactly. Chest rig right here. I gotta try that. I've never had like 2 backpack straps that I can, you know, actually strap on. I'm gonna have to see if I can get some. But to have it be a chest rig, I feel like that would be really handy for like on the go shooting. You know, like have spare batteries in here so that I can swap out to my camera or filters or anything like that. Everything is right here. You'd have to really be into it though. Nameless EDC says, sounds like she loves EDC gear. I think so too. I think so. She's my daughter. Isaiah says he loves the orange and black. It is cool. I mean, it's as high contrast as you can get. You know what I mean? And I feel like if you were to choose colors for EDC, it would be blacked out, orange, or OD green, you know. And then from there, you know, there's secondary colors like Desert Warrior, you know what I mean, like the earth tones. And then you'd go into like titanium, although I don't think a titanium tech case is really going to cut it. You know what I mean? But let's see, getting into the tech case max, other features that you see here, it fits foldable headphones. And for the sake of just enjoying how awesome this hot pink is, I'm going to use it for the duration of this product breakdown. But look at this thing. 840D ballistic nylon back panel. 12 thoughtfully designed pockets. I've never actually sat down and counted how many pockets. Like, I do it segment by segment. I'll go, okay, there's 2 mesh pockets, there's a zip pocket here, but I've never actually sat down and gone, there's 12 entire total pockets in this thing. I feel like, you know, you have to really go granular with how you organize it. Like for me, it's not like, oh, there's 100 pockets, done. That's what I want. It's more like, okay, what can I use these pockets for? How many knickknacks or accessories or batteries do I really need this thing for? And will it be able to accommodate? So that's how I think that through. Cable pass through? There's a cable pass through? I'm gonna have to look for that. But cable pass through, that's pretty awesome. So if you were to use it as a chest rig right here, and you had some old school, you know, your Walkman or something like that to charge or to put your 3.5 millimeter in, you could run that cable pass through. Does it show it in the pictures? I want to see this thing. Nah, I mean, it's 2024. We're in the era of wireless headphones. So I think the cable pass through is more for charging. So if you were to use your phone a lot and you had an external power bank and you wanted to run that cable through, easily charge it through that cable pass through. So, well, let's go ahead and give this thing away. Not the hot pink. We're going to give away the blackout VX. Okay, the VX21 here. So if you guys haven't done so already, go ahead and enter the giveaway by going to the video pin in the comments, typing in alpaca in the comments, and tell me which alpaca bag you'd use every day and why. And make sure you're subscribed to me and Alpaca Gear on YouTube. All right, I'm gonna give you 2 minutes to do that, and then we're gonna go ahead and give this away. Ian says, I look for a minimum of 69 pockets in a bag. You would. You also have 69 Steve Stacks patches to put in every one of those pockets. Kavi says, that setup sounds so cool, though. You're about to be in some BA mission. Yeah, seriously. I think so. Like, I do want to try that chest rig setup just to see. Trevor says, well, that took forever. Kids are in bed. I don't know if you missed it, but my daughter just walked in here showing her love for EDC gear and apparently alpaca pouches because she was screaming her head off. Kids are tricky. You love them to death, but they're tricky. You know what I mean? You never really quite know what they'll do. So this is why you have to be prepared and be ready to adapt. All right? And that's why you have to cater your slings and your backpacks accordingly, because you never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen. I'm telling you, man, their design philosophy, Alpaca, it really hits the nail on the head for me, just because, like, I've always been about living with purpose, right? So your loadout changes and is fluid depending on what you're using it for, how you're using it, and why you're using it. And so to have one bag and just be done, it doesn't really quite fit, because not every bag will be able to cater to every single situation. And so to have modular aspects of your loadout, to have bags that can adapt with you and are versatile, I think that's key. It's essential. And many of, you know, modern day bag brands, not just Alpaca out there, has that, you know, has that design philosophy where you're able to convert things, you're able to shut things down, expand things out if you so choose. I just feel like with my certain aesthetic and functionality, you know, guided principles in mind, Alpaca does a really great job of nailing that aesthetic in a sleek and streamlined form factor, if you will. Ian says, Alpaca is like Arc'teryx at a fraction of the price. Dude, seriously, Arc'teryx is like a very technically built brand. Each and every one of their pieces of apparel, gear is very technically designed, which I feel these bags are also done. You know, there's a lot of design thought put into the interior of the bag, as well as, you know, the user interface, the exterior, the materials, the build quality. But yes, at a fraction of the price. Barbarian Brody says, chest rig is my jam. When I'm hunting, I love having a bag in front of me. See, that's pretty smart because you're not going to have time to like switch it out to the front and you'll make noise. Might scare the critters away. I've never gone hunting, so hopefully I didn't sound too idiotic right then. All right, we're going to be doing this thing. We're giving away the Tech Case Max. Let's see. We're going to run this. Winner number 3. Coming right up. All right. Fetch. Keyword filter. Alpaca. Continue. Do we have any new comments? 47 comments. We have a few more than last time. Let's go. Pick a winner. This is for the... Hey, Barbarian Ronnie. Welcome, welcome, and congrats, Mikey. You're the proud owner of the Tech Case Max. Hopefully you got some tech accessories, and I know you're a creator. I know you're a content creator, so now you're going to be able to use this in your creation process. And, you know what's funny? I always speak how I would use my bags from a content creator perspective, but I know most of y'all don't relate because you're not content creators. But knowing that this is going to go to you, you can use it for shooting your A-roll, for you shooting your B-roll when you're out in the field, putting your batteries in. Oh, we're going to nerd out. We're going to nerd out. Congrats, Mikey, Mr. Barbarian Brawny. Show me again. What do you mean? We'll talk about it. We'll break it down. I want to see how you use this bag first, and then I'll go ahead and tell you how I would use it, and then we're gonna roll from there. But congrats, sir. You're the proud owner of a Tech Case Max. I know you. I know you already. I know you. I can verify you. But go ahead and DM me on Instagram at Live with Purpose EDC to keep things nice and neat, and then let me get a shipping address from you, and we'll go from there. All right. Congrats. That's fun. The unknown EDC goes, let's go, baby. Sorry, I was in the middle of a cough when I said that, so it sounded a little funky. All right, we're gonna head into the last bag that we got here, and that's a Bravo Sling V2. Boom. Now this one's interesting. Notice its shape. It's very like flat on one side and then bulbous on the other side. And the reason being is this, I think, is designed to be the most streamlined of all the bags that we talked about. Because when you think of a bag, you're thinking of sort of rectangular volume, almost egg-shaped, right? So it's round. So when you try to put that on you, there's going to be some sort of sticking out. You know what I mean? Like if you stuff a 20-liter backpack to the max and you put it on your bag, you're going to look like an elementary schooler. You know what I mean? You're going to have a lot of stuff sticking out your back. But this is designed flat on one side so that it sits on you flat. And so when you wear this thing either front loaded or back loaded, this thing is really sleek, really streamlined. And let me show you some pictures here just so you can see. Like it's designed to rest on you, you know, and you can stabilize it with that third strap. Again, with the adaptability, the versatility, and it's big enough to store, you know, the staples, the Nintendo Switch, the headphones. I think an iPad mini can fit in here. And depending on what your use case is for it, I would personally use this thing for travel, straight travel, because I think like at least where I live and the places I go, I don't really need it to be too streamlined unless I'm traveling. You know what I mean? Like you have to kind of reduce the resistance. You got to take the path of least resistance, especially when you have 2 luggages, 3 carry-ons, a sling, 2 kids, snacks, and everything in between. Your boarding pass, your passport. You got to make sure you know where everything is, and you don't want a sling to be bouncing around, and you don't want it to be too wide and obstructing your path when you're doing things, right? So the Bravo Sling solves that problem by making this thing as streamlined as possible. And it's not a small guy. Like, let's compare this to the Ghostling Nano. Like, it's almost twice the size. I would say 150%, not twice, 1.5x. But you know, you can fit a lot more stuff in here. The Switch won't be able to fit in this Nano, right? But with this, you can fit more stuff, yet stay streamlined and mobile during transit. And what I like about it too, I'm a big carabiner head. So there's 2 anchor points here and here for you to stick your carabiners on. So if you've got your water bottles or whatever you want to hook on here, you just put the carabiners on. Personally, I would like to go the hand sanitizer route. So I'll have that on a carabiner. And I'll just link this on here so it's ready to go whenever. The straps are not removable, unfortunately, on this one. But there's a little anchor point here for you to add a strap. That stabilizer strap I told you about. And you've got that valuables pocket here. It's even more stream. See how it's embedded? It's embedded into the fabric here so that when you open it up, there's your passport pocket. There's your cash pocket, your valuables pocket. That's, you know, you're holding that close to your chest. And then you got that quick front access pocket. Lots of organization here. Ian says mobile, agile, hostile. Hopefully not hostile. Mobile, agile, peaceful. But yes, it lets you stay on the move. Gabe Hardland says the bag from Alpaca I need is the Elements Backpack Pro. That is another one of their most popular bags, which hopefully I think we'll get to explore in a future episode of this series. Coffee says it's literally perfect for airlines that are very strict on personal item sizes. You know what's funny? I hate that the mileage varies. See what I did there? See what I did there? The mileage varies on the airlines that nitpick about that. I've had airlines just let me go all smooth, but I've had a few airlines, I don't remember which ones, but where they'll literally like walk by and then they'll come back and look at you and be like, excuse me, sir, is that personal item in addition to the personal item you already have, in addition to the carry-on? You're gonna have to stow that away. And it's literally the smallest sling, and they're like, well, you have 2 items and that's it. EDC Knife and Tool Trevor says you can put it in it. Yeah. That's a theme. That's the theme of these bags. It's like a big like nested doll. You know what I mean? You can put the bag in the bag, in that bag. Mike and Ike's EDC says Hero Clip for the win. Yes, absolutely. Hero Clip is the best carabiner, I think, for travel because it's a carabiner, but it also swivels out to a hook. So you can hang it on things that don't traditionally have hooks for you to hang things on, like countertops or chairs. You know what I mean? So it's really helpful in that regard. Cristiano says the stabilizer strap is good when you're on the motorcycle. Ooh, this is true. This is true. I've once upon a time had a bike, and I don't think I got as far as having a back. Oh, you know what? I did a backpack. I didn't do a sling. I think for that reason, it wasn't stable enough. So yeah, Mikey Daily Carey asked, Ron, do you have a discount code for the Live with Purpose to use at Alpaca? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I don't know why I didn't put this up here, but for you guys wanting to learn more about Alpaca, go ahead and use Purpose 15 at checkout to save yourself 15% off your order. Right? I gotta put that in, man. That'll be there on the next stream, I promise. And in the description below, I think it's already there. So unfortunately, I apologize for that slip. But yes, Mikey Daily Carey, thank you very much. Use code Purpose15 if you want to grab an Alpaca bag for yourself at 15% off. I think I was going to share it at the end because right now I'm still giving stuff away. So usually, personally, I would hold off on buying until I see whether I want or not, because you don't want to go double. Unless you do want to go double, then feel free. But yes, that is the Bravo Sling, the most streamlined of the bunch. Now, if they made a nano size version of the Bravo, I'd be all about it. I feel like they might have. For me personally, out of these 5, if I were to pick 2, one would be the Ghost Sling Nano. That's my go-to compact EDC essentials at $69. You can't go wrong, man. And there's a lot you can do. The Ghost Sling Nano. And then, even though it's small, there's a lot of pockets for you to organize your wallet, your AirPods, your keys, your phone, your cutting tool, you know, like anything that goes in your daily essentials that you would put in your pockets, the Nano is perfect for. Your pen, right? Your Vaseline, lip therapy because it's dry as hell right now. Trying to stay above water with that. And then the second bag I would pick, that's tough. Now, given what I do, I'd probably opt for the Tech Case Max just because I use a lot of tech. I do a lot of editing. That's my thing. So I would go for the Tech Case Max and probably do the double backstrap chest rig build. I would definitely do that. But we're going to give away that Bravo Sling, guys. So again, exclamation mark giveaway to get all the details on how to enter. But basically it's this: subscribe to Ron Kwok and Alpaca Gear on YouTube. Go ahead and click that link that's pinned in the comments. Go to the comments, type Alpaca, and tell me which Alpaca bag you'd rock on the daily and why. And that's how you enter. I'm gonna give you all 2 minutes to do that. If you haven't done so already, you don't have to do it for each one. You do it once you're in. And we're gonna go ahead and roll it and give that away in just a minute. Ian Coates says, a winner is me. Hey, you've won, haven't you? Gabe has won. Gabe Harlan has won before. Cristiano says he's all about slings. I don't really like backpacks, just for travel, I guess. I mean, it depends on how much you need to carry. If I could fit everything I could possibly need in a sling, that's what I'd do. But, you know, unfortunately, like, I run cold, so I prefer hoodies and to layer. So I always bring another garment just in case it gets freezing cold in the plane. I like my tech. I like my organization. I like my water bottle. So that alone would rule out having a one and done sling for me. So I definitely would need a backpack. That's just me though. Fight or Flight says backpack versus sling depends on what I'm carrying and the weight. There you go. Nizamudin asks, is the giveaway open internationally? Yes. Happy Knife says, I was putting my kiddos to bed. Did I miss the giveaway? No. I'm about to roll though. The last one. Ian Co says no Vaseline. Why not? It's very good for hydration. Coffee says, I'm going on a small European airline and they recently changed their size requirements on personal item bags. Man, that's rough. I feel like personal item bags need to be smaller than your carry-on bag, but then I never know like how much smaller. And it's like, for example, it doesn't make sense to like if the limit is slightly smaller, then you'll maximize your value by bringing like a carry-on backpack and then a tote, right? Because then in the tote you can fit like a computer, other things in there. Whereas some airlines, like you said, might limit you and just be like, nope, it's got to be like this big. And that's where the Ghostling Nano comes in clutch, because that's your personal item, and then your backpack is reserved for your, you know, your clothes, your water bottle, your headphones, other things like that. All right, we're gonna roll it. Let's go. Oh, let's do this thing. Barbarian Brawny, congrats on that Tech Case Max. I'm stoked for you, dude. I am stoked for you, sir. All right, here we go. This is for the Bravo Sling V2 keyword filter. Alpaca. Continue. How many comments we got? Boop. 53 comments. Here we go. That Sports Gamer. I've been wanting a Bravo Sling Mini V2 to carry my EDC as well as my son's Switch when we go out. Well, you got it, bro. I don't know if this is the Mini. Is this the Mini? Oh, it is the Mini. It is the Mini. I apologize. Hey, that's dope. That's dope. That Sports Gamer, congrats. I think you're literally the person that won the one thing they wanted. Yes. Congrats. I love it. I love it. That Sports Gamer says, yo, let's go. Hey, That Sports Gamer, DM me on Instagram at Live with Purpose EDC so I can verify you and get you shipped out. Okay, congrats. That's amazing. Paul FTW says, love that. That's amazing. Isaiah says, is it cap sensitive? No, it's not. Congrats, bro. That's amazing. That's actually amazing. I'm really stoked for you, dude. I'm really stoked for you. I'm really stoked for you. That worked out. That made me feel nice. Now, with these giveaways, I'm not trying to like mismatch you, you know, like you tell me what you want. I'm gonna do my best, you know, to offer these giveaways for you, but you know, I can't guarantee that you get exactly what you want, but I hope that whatever bag you do get, it provides some value for you. And I feel like Alpaca's sort of brand message, their design philosophy, their like attention to detail, build quality, all that stuff plays into it here. And you know, like regardless of whether you know got a sling that's a little too big or a little too small, I hope that you can find a use for it, because regardless of use case, objectively speaking, these bags are built solid. They're built well, you know what I mean? And we could take a quick tour into all of their different collections here. Like, look at this. They've got, let's do their bestsellers and then their new releases. They just released the Elements Travel backpack. That looks thick. That looks like a 35 liter bag. The straps look padded. We'll have to check that out. But they've got travel essentials. You know, this looks like it could fit a passport. You've got your tech case. Oh, they got a tech case mini. See, I like compact. Like I like compact knives. I like compact EDC pouches, slings. I don't know why. But, you know, they got a wide variety to suit your use case. But look, the Backpack Pro, 169 right here. Ian, 169. This is their most popular backpack. The tech case, $69. Ian, is their most popular tech case. And it goes on, you know what I mean? And it goes on from here. So that's really awesome. Ron, you mean compact cutting tools, says Ian. Yes. Did you catch that when I said that earlier? Cristiano says, Ron, nice giveaways. Hello from Brazil. Hey, Cristiano, thanks for coming. Thanks for attending this live stream and enjoying. That Sports Gamer says, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Hey, no problem. Congrats to you. You're a proud owner of the Bravo Sling Mini V2. That's a mouthful. That's a mouthful, isn't it? But I hope you enjoyed that breakdown. I mean, we gave away a lot of Alpaca stuff, and hopefully you're able to see, like, there's a lot of stuff that they're able to do with their bags. And the way they design these bags, it's adaptability and quality first. You know what I mean? It's designed to keep up with you. All of their bags, they've designed it with the intention that these bags will keep up with you no matter where your adventures take you. And so you just got to make the right selection, the right silhouette to suit your needs, your purpose, if you will. And from there, the build quality, the materials, you know, that design mantra of keep moving forward, all that will carry you the rest of the way. You just got to pick the right silhouette, you know? And they've made it easy because these silhouettes, they're not just in their own silos, they blend. You know what I mean? The tech case is not just the tech case. It's got anchor points for you to attach straps to turn it into a backpack if you need to. There, you can use half the straps to turn it into a sling if you need to, you know? Their backpack is formulated for EDC use, but also expandable for travel, you know, their travel backpack silhouette. So there's definitely a lot you can do with it. Lucky Styles, what's the discount code for 15%? It's Purpose15. I'm gonna throw that in the chat right now. Here we go. Use code Purpose15 for 15% off your order at Alpaca. Did you hear that? I meant it. There you go. Hey dude says, hey boys, how we doing? Hey dude. Hey dude. I like that. So when people say hi to you, they gotta just repeat. We're good, man. We just went through Alpaca, the brand, the message, and a bunch of their bestsellers. I think it's a good time. And, you know, we gave away some bags, which we will continue to do in the second and third episodes of this ongoing series. Big shout out to our stream sponsor, Alpaca Gear, for supplying the goods, giving you the opportunity to be proud owners of some brand new Alpaca gear and to get some money off. Use code Purpose15 to save 15% off your order at Alpaca. And I hope you learned something. Hope you found some good gear that you're able to use in your loadouts. I think it's a lot of fun. Curating a tailored loadout for yourself, that's my jam. I really enjoy it. And to give you a sneak peek of what we're doing next time, I think we're gonna run another Alpaca live stream in a few weeks time, but we're gonna be doing it travel style. Okay, so here, let me see there. So like I said at the beginning of this live stream, Earth Day is coming up, and you know, no matter what your stance on it, sustainability is here to stay, right? Like there's always things you could be doing to quote unquote save the planet, you know what I mean? Like recycle, use recyclable plastics, or just reduce your use of plastics in general. And that's a big tenet in Alpaca's sort of like brand identity. You know, they want to make sure that even though they're making these awesome bags, they're also giving back. And so a lot of their initiatives, especially that AxoFlux recycled fabric that they developed, uses recycled plastics. And so we're going to be diving deeper into that and seeing how they've implemented that into their travel bags. All right. And fun fact, when you look at big brands, you know, usually they have like Nike, they got the Nike store, but they also have the Nike outlet. Did you know that Alpaca has an outlet? I did not know this, but Alpaca has an outlet, and they also have gear recycling programs. Let's say you've used your Alpaca bag, you've run it into the ground, that's your jam, but you're ready for a new one. You can go ahead and recycle that gear so that it can find a new home. And you know, that practice in and of itself is in line, their sustainability and all that stuff. So it's really refreshing to see a brand run through all those initiatives and have that all be under their umbrella. So big shouts to you, Alpaca, and we'll be diving deeper into their travel, their sustainability initiatives next time. So, and of course, we're giving away some stuff. So if you want to win more stuff, all y'all winners, congrats on your new bags. But if you want to check out some dope gear and potentially win some, tune in next time. You'll see all the announcements, all of the teasers on YouTube here at Ron Kwok, as well as on Instagram at Live for Purpose EDC. So make sure you're tuned in on there. And that's pretty much it, y'all. I hope you guys had a good time with this live stream. We're chilling. Did I miss anything in the chat? Carl Conte says, thank you, Ron. I appreciate you, Carl. You said everyone enjoy the eclipse. Oh, that's coming up, huh? That's right. Calvi says every small step counts. Absolutely. And if we all just took a small step, imagine where we would be. Definitely. I think it's dinner time for me. But hey, thank you for joining me on this stream. I hope you enjoyed this one and taking a deep dive into Alpaca gear goods. Come back next week for some more awesome EDC content. Remember to use code PURPOSE15 to take 15% off your order. And until next time, live with purpose. Peace.